Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing this weekend? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ama LightWorker. I do monthly tarot readings, and I also do for each and every mid-month, I do a live Akashic reading for each and every sign of the zodiac. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to you. If you are new, welcome. Please always remember to like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, please turn on the bell, the notification icon, and set your preference to be notified every time there is activity on this channel. I will be switching back and forth between two screens so I can also chat with you and I can keep an eye on the chat online. So if you give me one moment, let me go back to a different screen so I can also see the chat. Okay, and here we are. I can see the chat. Christiana, Tisha, Maria, Anne, Aisha, Maria C, Mac, Green Baby, Nina, Dynamic Design, Kim. So greetings to everybody. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so again, I will be doing a live Akashic reading for each and every sign of the zodiac. I have already uploaded and posted for download and purchase on Vimeo an Akashic reading for the month of February. For those of you who are interested for download and purchase, the link for that is listed down here below in the show more description box. You're going to find a second link that's going to take you to the predictions for the entire year 2019. For those of you who are interested for download and purchase, again, the links are down here below in the show more description box. If you like to contact me to have your very own private personal reading with me, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. Okay, so allow me to focus so I can begin. I'm going to need a moment. Okay. To do an Akashic reading, I use the pathway prayer process because there's different ways of opening an Akashic reading, doing an Akashic reading. I always begin with a prayer and I always close with a prayer. A portion of this prayer is always silent. I do the same thing if you are to schedule a private consultation with me, because after all, these are general readings. You may need a private consultation to answer to your specific questions. For a private session, I need to incorporate your name in a prayer. So I'm going to ask you to also provide your current full legal name that you currently have, exactly as it appears, either in your driver's license or in your passport. If on top of that you also happen to have a nickname that you very, very strongly associate with, then please provide your nickname as well, because if it is a name that you strongly associate with, then it's going to provide information for you. I like now to begin with the reading, so I will begin with a prayer. Remember, a portion of it is always silent. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and correction of the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and highest good of everyone connected to us, a Holy Spirit of God. Help me to know the 12 signs of the zodiac in the light of the Akashic records, to see the 12 signs of the zodiac through the eyes of all lords of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of the 12 signs of the zodiac have for them. The records are now open. Okay, allow me to take a deep breath. So the first sign of the zodiac is Aries. Aries sun, rising, and moon. Always make sure that you also listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign, mid-February 2019. There is a sense that a heavy weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You are going to have a lot of questions in your mind as you are getting ready to come out of a situation, to come out of a circumstance. You're going to have a lot of questions in your mind. A circumstance that you are involved in is going to get better. There's a certain sense of healing that will be taking place for many of you Aries, sun, rising, or moon. And this kind of healing that will be taking place, of course, it will be experienced differently for all of you. For some of you, this healing is going to be felt more so in your physical body, with your health, with your body. More, you are going to feel a certain sense of healing more so in your physical dimension and also materialistic things. For other areas, this healing that will take place needs to happen at a deeper level where a deeper understanding needs to take place. No matter what your circumstance is, you need to focus on the truth. You need to focus first and foremost in your truth at a deeper level. You are going to release even a lot of material things that no longer you have a use for. There's going to be a lot of releasing of old energy. There's going to be a lot of decluttering. For some of you, this is decluttering around your home. For other ones, it is decluttering in terms of emotions that you are holding on to. Everything old, I am told by the Akashic records, it is now going to become new. Things, ideas, plans are now going to start to be materialized in the real life. I am shown an image of some of you having to address some issues with your teeth, like a teeth cleaning, filling, appointments with a dentist. There's going to be something from your past that maybe you were not aware of, things that might have happened behind the scenes. You are going to now have some information that you were not previously aware of a situation that already happened in the past. Some situation from the past, in other words, will now re-come back under a new light with new information for you to better understand this circumstance, for you to better understand this problem, if it is a problem, for you to better understand this situation. At the same time, you need to be aware of how very often you have a tendency to sabotage yourself. You will have a tremendous amount of power to see where is it that the problem is, okay, when it comes to how you contribute to problems, okay, to your fair share of your circumstance, and what can you do so you can heal this. Over the course of the next few months, you are going to be able to identify, understand your own self-sabotaging behavior, and thus healing that, correcting these self-sabotaging behaviors. For some of you, they are talking about travels. Now, these travels or this trip may have already happened for some of you. It was either in connection to a funeral, it may have been in connection to a daughter, a birth, a grandchild. For some of you, you are going to work out some details, maybe booking a flight, booking hotels, booking a car arrangements, so arrangements for a future trip that will happen. I keep getting a sense that for some of you, one of these future trips, you may hear about it now in February, it will help a lot into expanding your career. If you have a business, it will help to boosting your business and to attract more clientele. You're going to find a new way for you to earn money. If indeed it is more advertisement that you need to do, so you can advertise about a product or about a website or about a company, and this is what you need to attract more money, this is what you are going to do. For some of you, there's going to be talks about a new job or about a new job position, something that will happen in the workplace. Some changes, some sudden unpredicted things are actually going to turn out to be in your favor. So there's going to be the promise of good things happening in a work related situation for many of you. For some of you, I keep also getting an image of some of you measuring your blood pressure. I don't know what this is. Doesn't mean that necessarily you're going to have problems with your blood pressure. You may be doing research. Maybe you're going to run into free services, free healthcare. So this image of some of you measuring your blood pressure keeps being constant. So I hope this is meaningful to some of you, Arises. No matter what you do in the next 2 weeks, no matter what happens in the next 2 weeks, make sure that you keep your head held high and you keep a lot of pride in who you are, who you have become. So take pride on who you have become, and take pride on your accomplishments. So keep your head held high in the next 2 weeks. The next sign would be Taurus. Okay. So this is Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. Again, allow me to remind you that you need to also listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. There's a situation that seems to be very complex, and you are going to feel very perplexed about it. And this could be different situations happening at the same time. For some of you, this situation has to deal with money that is going to make you feel very perplexed. Could be around a business deal, could be around the buying or the selling of a property, a home. For other Taurians, this has to deal with striking a certain deal in the workplace. Could be a certain deal or agreement among people that you work with, whether this is a boss, other co-workers, could be clients even. And it feels that you are going to have the impression that you don't have the power to do anything. You want to do something, but yet you are blocked by other people in the chain of command. And there's a sense that for some of you, if you show a great deal of patience and you don't hurry up, you don't rush in too soon without considering every little detail and all the different circumstances, You may actually get lucky. There's going to be talks about important changes that need to take place in the workplace, about the distribution of different duties and responsibilities among you and your co-workers. For some of you Taurians, the Akashic records are telling me that you are about to start a beauty related business or career. Could be cutting hair, selling makeup, doing makeup, being certified in these kind of things. I keep getting things that have to deal with beauty and new beginnings in these kind of careers or businesses. So for some of you, maybe you are about to open your own hair salon. You are going to be finalizing in the next 2 weeks anything that needs to be finalized, because some of you are really you really have set your goal into moving. You may be moving a business, you may be moving residence, and you are going to be finalizing things one after one in the next 2 weeks. So anything that you need to put together or finalize, apply, place a request, fill out different forms, applications, anything that you need to do, okay, that would enable you to make this future move. If you are in a relationship or if you are married, things may not feel right between husband and wife, because either you or your partner or your spouse seem to avoid an important conversation. Whether this avoidance is coming from you, from your partner, or from your spouse, there's not going to be any more a time for you to postpone it. Things need to be talked about it now. Maybe you need to talk about it in the open, because there's not going to be room anymore to postpone this important conversation. Even for you, for the sign of Taurus, they are telling me the healing that needs to take place in different relationships that you have. If indeed healing needs to happen in the relationship between mother and son, between mother and daughter, between you and a different family member, that healing somehow will take place, but you may not realize it at first. You may not understand at first that this is the very first step toward healing this specific relationship. For other ones, you are going to be focused on healing a love relationship or a marriage if you are married, and you are going to be making important decisions whether is this relationship or marriage worth saving it, healing. If yes, do you need to go in therapy? Do you need to get external help? Do you need to go on vacation together? What do you need? Okay, specifically, what do you need to heal it? Or if indeed it's not a relationship that you can resuscitate anymore, bring life to it. Okay, it's not about you taking action. Okay, if indeed you decide that this relationship is over, but it is about you in your mind having no more doubt about how you feel about this relationship. Make sure, or some of you may be listing items for sale. This could be online sale, this could be like a garage sale. You may be selling things through Amazon, you may be selling things through eBay. I keep getting that many of you are going to be dealing with lists. One of these lists is listing items that maybe you want to get rid of or sell. For other ones, it is about, for other Taurians, it is about you dealing with a listing. Maybe you're going to sell a property for sale. Some of you may be dealing with, should I repair a car, or maybe should I sell it and buy a new car? You are going, so to speak, stumble upon some kind of a deal that is going to be hard for you to refuse. Okay, You are going to get very lucky into getting discounts, into getting affordable prices. You may be going out shopping and everything is going to be on sale. You may be shopping for a car and you're going to get like a huge discount. So you're going to get very lucky into getting deals or even bargaining prices. They are giving me a sense of a sister for some of you Taurians, and how there's going to be some surprises. Either your sister surprises you with something she does or something she says, but you may be the one either shocking or surprising your sister in some ways. There's going to be some kind of a reunion, family members traveling or planning to travel. So there's going to be a gathering, a celebration, a feast somewhere that is going to take place for some of you. It could be you and your sister meeting up, having some kind of a gathering, a celebration, or a party. You have to give every person in your life the right and proper credibility. You do not want to disappoint yourself by giving a person too much credibility or too little credibility. Anywhere where you have misplaced the value of that person, anywhere where you have misplaced the trust in that person, whether this person is trustworthy or not, they're trying to put a wool over your eyes. This will be made very clear to you over the course of the next 2 weeks, Taurians. And this is going to be a huge eye opening for you. And also, if there is anything where you are either undervaluing yourself or anywhere where you are giving more value, and then the reality is different, okay, that will also be a huge eye opening for you, because in the next 2 weeks you are truly going to understand where is it that your true value lies. Okay, what is your true character? What are your true skills, talents, and abilities? Where is it that you have been putting too much value on yourself? And where is it that you have been devaluing yourself, that you have been putting less value than you should? So for some of you, this healing will take in this dimension. Whatever healing, even if you are sick and you're going to feel better, whatever healing is going to happen, it is a healing that will last forever and is going to be memorable, is going to be significant, because you are going to draw from it important life lessons that you are going to follow for the rest of your life. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. A reminder again, please listen for your rising sign and also for your moon sign. They are reminding you, Geminis, that it is a very healing energy for each and every sign of the zodiac. There's a lot of healing energy. For you particularly, this healing energy has to deal with the power to manifest, with the power to make your goals true, desires, and wishes. For some of you Geminis, a relationship will materialize if indeed you decide to do that. You're going to have some kind of offer in the making. Could be a flirtation with somebody, could be somebody who maybe invites you out on a date. Maybe you want to invite somebody out on a date. Maybe you want to reach out to someone to express your feelings to them, whatever your feelings may be. It doesn't have to necessarily be in a love related sense. If you are somebody working on some kind of a deal, a business deal, you are going to strike a huge deal. Maybe you are looking for a publisher, you're going to strike a deal. Maybe you're looking for a talent agency, so you can work with them, so you can get jobs. So in the entertainment industry, you're going to strike a deal. If you are a lawyer, or maybe there's something legal going on, discussions, paperwork, lawsuit, legal proceedings, you're going to strike some kind of a deal. You, Gemini, you have to pick your battles and make sure that you are picking the right ones. What is it that you like to stand up to? So choose your battles wisely. Is there anyone that you need to confront? And if yes, in what ways? What tools, what weapons, so to speak, okay, as a figure of speech, you choose to confront that. If it is matters that have to do with your weight or your body or your health, what kind of tools are you going to use to properly resolve that? If it is about a boss where you keep asking for a raise and a raise is not being granted to you, or a promotion, what do you need to do? Do you need to start looking for a new job? Do you need to work harder to convince your boss to give you an a raise or a promotion? However, for some of you Geminis, I also hear that some kind of an extension will be granted to you. I don't know what that means because each and every one of you is different. And I am asked to repeat this again because you will know exactly that this message will be for you. An extension will be granted to you. I see a lot of you applying for new things. Some of you may be applying for a new home. Other ones may be applying for a new job. You may be applying for a loan. You may be applying for assistance. You may be applying for a new passport. You may be applying for a new citizenship. So new things that you may be applying for, all of these things may be going pretty well in the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of healing that is happening for a lot of you Geminis in the level, in that dimension that is associated and related to not only how you earn money, how you make money, but also how you spend money. Anywhere where healing needs to happen in regards to money, finances, that will take place by healing the root cause of that problem. So if the root cause of what caused certain situations that are not pleasant with your finances may be related to that divorce, so the root cause of that is going to be very clear to you. If indeed it has to deal with you need to have a better job to make better money, that's going to be clear to you. If it is a circumstance around debt or credit cards, you're going to find a way to resolve that, to take the proper steps, to consult with somebody who's going to teach you step by step how to do that. Because how you earn money and how you spend money has to deal with a specific energy. And if this specific energy, the very root of that is in some way not balanced, this will reflect on how you make money and spend money. And for some of you, he has to deal with the fact how heartbroken you are, how you react when you feel rejected. So it may have to deal with rejection issues. And even for other ones, the root cause of that, how you relate to money, may have to deal with grieving, how you let go, how you don't let go. What was that circumstance? What was the first situation that happened that contributed to you going towards debt? Okay, you gotta trust, Gemini, that you have everything that it takes for you to get yourself out of debt, for you to have the perfect job for you to feel successful. So you have all of the tools, but you got to trust yourself. Work towards, okay, better trust in yourself. Some of you may be perceiving this as a matter of self-esteem or self-confidence, okay? But deep down, it is about matters of trust. You gotta trust that you have everything that it takes, okay, to make your life better And I also see for some of you a circumstance that has to deal with your living arrangement. For some of you, you're going to be looking for new roommates. For other ones, people could be moving out. So there's going to be some improvements in your living circumstance. Maybe things that don't function properly around the house are going to be fixed, repaired. So there's going to be a huge improvement to your living condition, and there's going to be a huge improvement to your living arrangements. So, and there's going, for some of you, I keep hearing some good news in regards to either a fertility issue, some good news in regards to that, or some good news in regards to a pregnancy. This may not necessarily be yours, but certainly a good news about pregnancy seems to be circulating around you. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. When it comes to your personal matters, you need to address each and every one of them, and you cannot stop you can't stop your very own personal happiness. You seem to dedicate a lot of attention to other issues in your life, anything that you need to fix or help others. But right now, you need to focus on your very personal needs, on your very personal happiness. There's going to be a certain sense of transformation that will be taking place over the course of the next 2 weeks. Initially, you are not going to feel happy, or you are not going to see this as a positive transformation or as a positive change. But later on, okay, even months from now, later on, looking back, you are going to have a new perspective, and everything is going to make sense to you, that these changes, these transformations that maybe you are going through are actually bringing to you a sense of success, a sense of personal fulfillment. I also keep getting, in a huge emphasized way, success coming to you through work. For some of you, you could be landing a new job if you are looking for a new job. There's going to be either a meeting or a discussion or like a conversation at work where you are going to be praised. Co-workers may be praising you, a boss may be praising you, so they are going to be very happy with you or your work. Your talent won't go unnoticed, your contribution won't go unnoticed. Family is coming around, a circumstance related to family, particularly for those of you Cancerians that for whatever reason, either these family members stop talking to you or you stop talking to them. Anywhere where healing needs to happen between you, a family member, or a few family members, that will take place. There's going to be some news that you are going to receive, okay, in regards to these family members, that maybe there is a certain sense of estrangement. And very soon, the family will need to come together for a common purpose. For some of you, I'm told that this gathering will be happening later on towards summer. But whatever news information you are going to receive in the next 2 weeks is going to set the tone for this future gathering. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not underestimate the power of your words, whether these are your written words or whether these are your spoken words. There have been some misconceptions on your part, Cancerian. Either you didn't realize that you misunderstood some information, maybe you misunderstood someone. Anywhere where healing needs to take place, maybe errors have been happening, maybe technological errors that in some ways affected your communication. Anywhere where healing needs to happen in communication, how you understand information, how your message is coming across, anywhere where there's needs to be facilitation taking place in your communication with different people, that's the kind of healing that will take place for many of you Cancerians over the course of the next 2 weeks. So one of the healings that will be taking place over the course of the next 2 weeks. Some of you are going to feel very tired or frustrated because you have not found love again. Somebody may be approaching you and they may be suggesting that you get together with someone, maybe going out on a date. It could be a blind date for some of you. But the more time will go by, the more you are going to realize how tired you are of being single. Indeed, for those of you who are single, and you are going to decide to do something about it, because you are going to have the sense that I am tired of waiting for love to just happen. I got to start taking action. I need to do online dating. I need to ask my friends to set me up on dates. I need to go out and about. You're going to have the sense that you need to take action. For other Cancerians, you're going to have the sense that you need to take actions towards something else because you are just tired of waiting and see for things to happen. Okay, so you're going to get in action in some ways. I also keep getting an image of some of you Cancerians exercising, lifting weights, getting more physical, running, working with a trainer, doing aerobics. So for some of you, you are really going to get more physical. You're going to have more energy to exercise. You may even sign up for exercising. Maybe you never did before, or maybe you stopped temporarily. Now you're going to go back to that. Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. So again, always listen for the rising sign and for the moon sign. You are going to face a certain sense of hesitation in regards to work, either a project that is related to work, a certain sense of hesitation in the workplace. But it may just turn out that your hesitation may actually pay off, or your hesitation may contribute to something better happening later on. You have to consider, reconsider, analyze a circumstance that is related to work, and without giving it the proper consideration. Maybe you need to see, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and then from that, make a choice, or from that, decide which direction you want to go in your career or with work. If that's the proper way for you to do it, then do it in that way. Whatever job offers you may have, examine everything thoroughly. If you happen to have some kind of partnership offer, examine that carefully. Some of you are going to receive news of, I keep getting an invitation, either invitation to an engagement or an invitation to a wedding. There's going to be a group of women hanging out together, maybe going out together, or a gathering. You may be having like, sisters, cousins together. It could be you and your friends. If you are a guy, there's going to be some kind of a guy's night out. You are going to feel connected to people, to a person or a group of people in a whole new way. For some of you, you are also going to feel part of new communities. Maybe you're going to be part of a new community online. Maybe you're going to be part of a spiritual community. You could feel part of churchgoers. Maybe you go to the same church. You may feel part of activities that people are putting together. Maybe your town is putting activities together, and maybe you're going to volunteer or you're going to participate in some ways. And that's your sense of community. You are going to feel part of something bigger and greater than you. It's very important, Leo, that you keep the roads to communication open, okay? So don't close any doors of communication on anyone in the next 2 weeks. Okay, don't make that decision, don't act on it. You got to give that circumstance a little bit more time. If you, Leo, have been a little bit blinded by a person, maybe something that you are in denial about, may have nothing to do with another person, but something that you are in a denial about it and you don't know it, in the next 2 weeks, you cannot deny it anymore. The truth will stare you in your face. And for you, this is a huge healing that will take place in that aspect. The healing where you need to understand the truth. How you interpret the truth. Is your interpretation of the truth the correct one or the wrong one? Okay. How you approach a problem so you can solve it. All of these things are going to some kind of healing will be taking place. If you are dealing with a legal circumstance or a circumstance that also involves the law, legalities, the justice system, you could be receiving some good news coming to you from that. You may be receiving some good news coming to you from a lawyer, the courts, or the justice system. They are telling me that for many of you Leos, you are going to have a sense that justice has been restored. For some of you, it is about the sense of justice. They are not necessarily talking about legal justice. Not every Leo has to deal with legalities and legal problems, but a certain healing that will take place, and you're going to be witnessing to different events that are going to happen. Okay, where you are going to witness justice taking place, even at a social level, among social circles that you have, that you are part of. You need to set in action some kind of a plan, provided that you have thoroughly examined this plan. Okay, if you are going through, if it is about documents and you have been examining each and every word, you understand everything, and now you need to take action, proceed on doing that. But make sure that everything that you are doing, you understand each and every step properly, you understand each and everything properly. Some of you could apply for acceptance. You may be applying to get into a college, you may be applying to participate in a program. I keep getting applications, and how some of you are going to be doing applications again for acceptance, education, higher education, all of these things are highlighted. You may be thinking of that, okay? Also, for some of you, I keep getting training with mediumship, talking to a medium. You are also going to not just develop, but you are also going to cultivate some kind of curiosity that you have about metaphysics, spirituality, mediumship in particular, that is being indicated to me for some of you Leos. In the next 2 weeks, before you react right away, let the energy set in, understand the situation, and try not to react right away, because you may have a tendency to react. So pay attention to the way how you are going to react, okay? How you are going to be affected by your own emotions, Leo. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. So again, please listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. You had it just for about enough. For some of you, you feel like any moment now you can walk out of a job. For other Virgos, I'm sorry, Virgos, I'm doing Virgo. So for other Virgos, it's going to feel like you just had it for about enough and you are just getting ready to walk out of a relationship. Things that have to deal with payments, bills, credit cards, money that you owe to other people that maybe owe money to you. There's going to be new developments in regards to this matter. Don't be fooled by something that is circulating around you. Maybe circulating in the family, maybe circulating at work, maybe circulating between you, friends, and social circles that you belong to, because you need to carefully examine this information that is circulating around. You are going to notice some inconsistencies with it. So maybe not everything is true, but at the same time, maybe not everything is a lie. Okay, for some of you, it may also have to deal with rumors or gossip. Again, not everything is true and not everything is a lie. And that's why the situation seems to be a little bit complicated, because the truth may be a little bit exaggerated. Okay, or the lie or what is not truth could be a little bit downplayed. You're going to feel a little bit disappointed, Virgo. But more so, it is you contributing to this disappointment. For some of you, the work that you have been doing in the past, anywhere where you did put a lot of time, effort, and work, you are now going to start to see the very first results. So if you did put all of your efforts into being healthy, you're going to see results now, the first results. If you did put a lot of efforts into your career or in a business that you may have, now you are going to start to see results. Or in anything else, maybe in a project, anywhere else where you did put a lot of time and efforts, you are going now to start to see results. You got to be careful with some investments if you are someone who did do some investments, because I keep getting that you are going to be moving things around, like taking money from this account or from this investment and then thinking of reinvesting this money in a completely different project, in a new investment. And you got to be careful with these movements. Okay, particularly if you are not getting any professional advice as to where to invest this money and what kind of moves you need to do with money. Okay, where you need to take money out, where you need to put money in, or it could also be for some of you about important financial transactions, taking money out from one account and maybe put it in a different bank account. So many of you need to be a little bit careful with those things. Either hire a professional, talk to an accountant, talk to a lawyer, you cannot do this alone. You need to hire some kind of a professional who deals with these kind of situations. Forgiveness needs to happen in all kinds of levels. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive others, because many of you Virgos are a little bit stuck in this dimension, okay, of forgiveness. And for many of you can be a little bit difficult, forgive and moving on. Okay, and for a lot of you, a certain sense of forgiveness that will take place in the course of the next 2 weeks, it exactly has to deal with forgiveness, how you forgive yourself, how you forgive others, anywhere where you could be the one holding a grudge, or anywhere where somebody else seems to hold on a grudge on you. This is something very specific that the Akashic Records are telling me now, because they are telling me that one of my viewers is thinking about becoming a priest Or maybe you began that journey, and for whatever reason now you need to go back to that journey toward becoming a priest, priesthood, or even a priestess. Okay, for some of you, a lot of you are going to be changing your eating patterns. You may be changing your diet. You may be trying to eat healthier. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in a diet, but you're going to be a little bit more aware of eating healthy. You may be dealing at this time, so some of you may be dealing at this time with a surgery or some kind of a medical procedure, and around that I keep getting the sense that things are going to go all right, because for some of you there needs to be some kind of surgery or some kind of a medical intervention in your body to fix something. So again, this will make sense to some of you. Not everybody is going to have surgery. Pay attention to things that may be affecting your heart, cholesterol, blood pressure, salt, sodium. So pay attention to anything that could be contributing to heart-related issues or blood-related issues, Virgo. You are going to find some kind of understanding with a father or with a father figure to you. So maybe this relationship is not always easy, or you don't necessarily always agree on the same things. There's going to be some kind of a common understanding that will take place, like you agreeing on something, or maybe you are now going to see his perspective. Okay, and there's going to be some kind of common ground understanding around that. If you were looking for your what is your purpose in life, what is your mission in life, okay, in some ways you are either going to get a healing, you're going to get a reading, or something will happen to indicate to you, to get you in touch with your soul's true mission, your soul's higher purpose. Because a lot of you have been trying to find, in other ways, what is your highest purpose in this life, and what can you do to achieve that. So for many of you, you are getting closer and closer to your purpose in life, what gives more meaning to your life. I hope that this is making sense to you, Virgo. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. Again, a reminder, make sure that you listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. Relationships, I am given a sense of relationships and how some of these relationships could be going very well. There's going to be some kind of rebirth in some relationships, and for other ones it's going to be made very clear to you what is wrong with each and every relationship that you have and how you can fix it. For some of you, it's going to be a triumph of love. You're going to find love. You already maybe have met this person, but now there's going to be a deeper understanding of the bond that the two of you have together. And there's going to be talks, plans about the future. Okay, the two of you as a couple. There's going to be some kind of a validation of your feelings that will take place. Now, I don't know what kind of feelings these are. This is a general readings. Each and every one of you has your own personal and unique feelings to you. Whatever these feelings are, there's going to be a sense of validation of these feelings that will take place in the next 2 weeks. Something will be shutting down. You may be the one, maybe you have the power to shut down something. You may be shutting down a store. You may be shutting down a business because you are now getting ready to start something new. For some of you, maybe you're going to shut down a relationship that you have with somebody. Could be a friendship that you're going to shut down. Could be a partnership or an association that you're going to shut down, because now you are getting ready for something new and better. So again, something needs to come to shut down, to an ending, to a close, so that you can begin something new. If you have been working on a book, there's going to be new developments. Either you're going to find a publisher, or maybe finally you did find a publisher, maybe, and now you are printing the book and you need to advertise so you can sell the book. Maybe you are now finally what you are creating a product. For some of you, the product is now ready and you are looking to I don't know what that is called specifically, when you need to register this product and to trademark it, that this is your product. So you're getting ready to move on to the next thing. And that, so the same idea could be applied to each and every one of you. So whatever this circumstance is being finalized, because now you are getting ready to launch better and new things. You are getting ready to move on to the next stage of it. You gotta be a little bit more careful around mishaps. You may be a little prone to accidents. You may be a little prone to falling. So you could be, you need to be a little bit more focused, not to have these silly little accidents. Okay. Some of you are going to be searching and looking to purchase a new car. I get a lot of you going in different car dealerships looking for a new car. Something that you lost, it could be jewelry, could be a watch. So an item that you lost, for some reason, you are going to be able to find that. I do get an image of many of you Libras doing lots of cleaning, organizing, reorganizing around your home, and you're going to find some items that maybe you were not even aware that you had these items. A lot of you, for a lot of you Libras, I keep getting putting things in boxes, organizing things, labeling things. For some of you, I also keep getting images of things being shipped, big shipments coming in, sending out shipments, receiving big boxes. So there's going to be a lot of activities around around that. But at the same time, for some of you, you may find this to be true in your work situation. Maybe there's going to be a lot of sending out deliveries and receiving deliveries and big shipments in a work circumstance. You could be signing up for some courses. Some of you, you may be signing up for somebody's going to sign up for a beauty pageant. First and foremost, that's what I keep getting from the Akashic record. So one of my viewers is going to sign up for a beauty pageant. Other ones are going to sign up for conferences, symposiums, courses, classes, trainings, webinars. You may be signing up for volunteering. You are going to get in touch in some ways, either with an old acquaintance or you are going to get in touch with an old friend. Pay attention to synchronicities, because you're going to run into familiar people that to you is going to feel like almost by coincidence. They are re-strengthening the idea that you are going to find yourself among the right people at the right time. So anywhere where healing needs to happen around timing issues, how so far for some of you, it seems like timing has always been against you, okay? This is where healing is going to happen. Now the healing is going to take place in the timing. Where you thought that you always had the wrong timing, now the timing is going to be right. You know, the right timing to start applying for a new job, running into the right people at the right time. So now timing will start to work in your advantage, Libra. If you are involved in social media where maybe you do vlogging or blogging, you post videos, you post audio some kind, you are going to be doing more videos, you're going to be doing more audio. This is how you do your work. You're going to be doing more posting. You're going to find yourself to be more active in social media, and you're going to very much enjoy these kind of interactions. You may get more clients if this is what you are doing this for. You may get to interact with a lot more people online. but you're going to notice a certain ease in how you communicate with people face to face, how you communicate with clients, how you communicate in the family, how you communicate in a relationship. A certain sense of ease, things happening easier, or you doing your work in an easier way that will take place. If you are somebody who in some ways there was some issue affecting your throat, maybe thyroid, maybe flu, maybe cold, that will start to heal now. Your throat will start to feel better. So for whatever reason, maybe it's eczema. Okay, I keep getting a certain sense of healing the throat or the throat chakra for many of you Libras. For some of you, they want me to tell you good luck. You're doing something. I don't know what you are doing, but there I am asked to tell you good luck in this new beginning, new endeavor. Almost it feels like, you know, when people are about to go on stage to perform or to do some kind of public speaking, and it's like good luck with everything. That's the sense that I got there, but that may be specific for maybe one or two of you. Do let me know in the comments or in the chat room. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. You have been feeling a little bit neglected, okay? Anywhere, even yourself, even you may be neglecting your needs, you may be neglecting a specific area of your life. Everywhere where you have encountered neglection, that will now be replaced with love, passion, and dedication. You have a lot of energy, okay, Scorpio, but for some reason, sometimes this energy that you have feels stuck. Sometimes you experience tiredness, you get tired easy, frustration. You feel like you have this huge sense of creativity, but then sometimes it feels stuck. Anything that has been making you feel stuck, now you are going to start to feel unstuck. You're going to feel more productive. You're going to get more things done. You're going to feel more energy in your body. You're going to have more energy to run around, to exercise, to work more, to have more fun. You're going to even have more energy to put in a relationship if this is what you desire. If you had a little bit of tendency toward headaches, allergies, or migraines, you may just find the perfect treatment for it. Could be a holistic treatment, could be a non-holistic treatment, but something that you're going to find is going to help you a lot with your physical body. And it doesn't have to specifically be about headaches or allergies. Whatever you are doing or whatever you are going to find in the next 2 weeks, you're going to find that to be extremely very helpful for your body or for a health condition that you may be going through. You are going to feel very pretty. It's not a matter of you being pretty. It's very often about how you feel. You don't necessarily feel pretty. To me, it feels like you are now ready to blossom. Not necessarily blossoming in your physical dimension, like being pretty, transformations on your body, your face. It feels to me like now ready. Now people are connecting with your heart, okay? And that's why you are going to feel to people a lot more appealing, even a lot more sexually appealing, okay? And you got to use those energies. You got to use that energy, particularly if you are in the market for the taking, or if you are in the market looking for a new partner, looking for love. You got to use what you have, okay? And because you now feel more connected from your heart center, people are going to see in you, in your smile, in your face, they're going to see your true heart, okay? And that's why people are going to find you more sexual, more appealing than usual. You're going to have some kind of offers around you that have to deal with sex, relationships, love. It could be a combination of everything for some of you Scorpios. Some of you are going to have a sense of reawakening of a certain sense of sexual desire and passion. You may be invited, you may be invited to different gatherings, social events. You're going to have one invitation after another, and then you have to decide whether you're going, not going. But certainly, you are not going to be short of social invitations. For those of you who have a boss, your boss may be approaching you with some kind of a secret deal. They may be entrusting in you some kind of a secret project that nobody else needs to know. They may be having some kind of offer for you. So I am given the sense that a boss that you may have will be trying to help you to excel, okay, or to move forward in some ways. You have to leave the past behind you, even if the past means that, hey, sometimes it's the journey is over between you and a coworker. The journey is over between you and a friend. From now on, you got to focus on your future, and you got to focus on everything and everyone that will contribute to your future, okay? And it's only the normal course of life that sometimes a journey between you and another person just comes to an end, and you need to accept that, okay? Because if you don't accept that, you are still stuck in the past, you are still living in the past. You now need to focus and concentrate on the future, making things happen for you in the future. It's time to move on for some of you Scorpios. However you understand this information, moving on is moving on. Doesn't matter what your circumstances. If to you, this applies to a relationship, to a project, to work situation, to a family situation, or to a home, okay? Doesn't matter. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to redefine again what gives you freedom. You are the boss, and you need to redefine your own sense of freedom. Don't let anybody else to dictate to you the sense of freedom, the definition of freedom. You yourself know the definition of your freedom and the definition of your truth, Scorpio. If you work with clients, there's a lot more clients coming. If you work with products, there's going to be new products either in the making or new arrivals. They're talking about new arrivals. You're going to have a certain sense of being more satisfied through the work that you do, okay? And I keep getting a sense of 3 little successes, one after another. So a lot of you are going to find a lot of success taking place in the workplace. You are going to be invited to some kind of a special event. Could be a country club and you're going to get a special invitation. Could be a special event when you're going to be considered like a VIP, or they're going to give you like a special ticket to attend. So you're going to be invited to attend some very exclusive gatherings, parties, conferences, or to belong to exclusive membership groups, kind of a thing. That may also be happening to some of you. And in some ways, you are going to be honored. You may be honored among the family. You may be honored among your friends. You may be honored in the workplace. You may be honored in media or social media. You are going to have a sense that you are being honored in some ways, because finally I keep hearing that, especially for those of you Scorpios, that you have not gotten the proper honors yet. You are now going to be dignified by giving to you the proper honor that you desire, the proper praise, okay, the proper value. You're going to get that validation. In other words, people are now going to start to appreciate you, and they are going to show that appreciation. Okay, so that's what I keep getting for many of you Scorpios. And I also keep getting a new relationship in the making for some of you. For some of you, this could be some kind of a business partnership in the making. For other ones, this is a new love relationship in the making. provided that you are going to say yes to these opportunities. To me, it feels like the answer is in your hands. You can say no or you can say yes to these opportunities to enter a business partnership or a love relationship. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. So do listen for the rising sign and for the moon sign as well. You pretty much, it feels like you arrived at the end of your rope and now you are looking in both directions. You're like, what to do now? Okay, what do I need to do now with my life? What's next in my life? What's next in my career? What's next in my relationship? What's next with my financial situation? What do I need to do now? So you may have a sense of feeling a little bit lost. You have a lot of people on the other side. You have a lot of angels, and also planetary movements are lining up for you, Sagittarius, because you are no longer going to feel lost. You are no longer going to feel like you are at the end of your ropes. A circumstance has already hit rock bottom. So from this point on, there's nowhere where you can go but up. For many of you, you are either going to deal with a new beginning in your career or in whatever job you have, there's going to be dealing with new things in your current job, but you're going to be happy about it. It feels like you wanted to have these new beginnings or dealing with new things at work. You may find yourself working with new people. You may find yourself having a new job, or even a new boss. It feels like this time around things are going to work out. It could be better for you if you end up having a new job or new co-workers. There's a little bit of competition around you. For some of you, the competition has been going on for a while in the family, maybe among siblings, maybe among your children. Maybe your children have some sign of a competition among them. You could be entering a competition. You may run into competition in the workplace. It feels like you're going to be more open to competition and you are going to accept some kind of a competitive situation with open arms. You are going to be given a chance to either do an interview. You're going to be given a chance to, maybe you need to present a resume or a portfolio. You're going to have a chance to do that. Some of you, I keep getting karaoke. You may be going for a night out and there's singing and there's karaoke night or something. I keep getting karaoke singing around you, Sagittarius. Someone is thinking of you. They are thinking of surprising you in some ways, but to me it feels like who's behind the surprise? Maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend is thinking of doing a surprise for you. This could be your spouse of thinking of doing a surprise for you. Some of you, to me it feels like somebody is thinking of proposing engagement or marriage to you. You could be the one thinking of proposing engagement or marriage to your partner, to boyfriend or girlfriend, but maybe the proposition itself won't take place just yet, but there's definitely thinking about it during this month of February. You got to watch your savings, because for many of you, I am told that you need to put a lot of energy into saving money, because very soon you're going to find this to be very useful. So save money where you can, save money however you can, and do focus on increasing your savings. Some of you Sagittarians are going to have a tendency to run with an idea without properly figuring out the details, how you're going to make this happen. So don't rush too soon without properly figuring out each and every detail. There's going to be a forgiveness. Somebody may be opening up a conversation by telling you that they need to say, I'm sorry to you. And in some ways, healing is going to take place in that way. Whoever has mistreated you or misunderstood you so far doesn't mean that they did it intentionally. There's going to be a sense of peace. Either you're going to find a way to confront them and forgive them, or they're going to forgive you. However, this needs to happen. If it needs to take place in a legal situation, maybe happening in a legal situation. But that peace in your heart needs to take place and will take place. So even making peace with who you have become, making peace with who you are, making peace with your choices, that peace, okay, in your heart, in your soul, there's going to be a lot of healing so that you can have the peace that you deserve. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. Don't give up hope. There is still a certain sense that a project that you thought could not happen, it's ending. There's a certain sense that there's going to be some chance for this project to materialize. So don't give up hope just yet. You're going to be dealing with new neighbors. Okay, so many of you Capricorns, you're going to have new neighbors. If there was a situation going on around the neighborhood about that in some ways the neighborhood felt threatened, there were news about break-ins, stealing, suspicious activity in the neighborhood, that will be addressed properly. Okay, there may be someone going around asking questions to everybody in the neighborhood. Could be somebody from the police, particularly if there have been rumors about a break-in, stealing, or some other things of that nature happening in the neighborhood. In the work situation, some of you have witnessed a person stealing. It may not be that you witnessed this in your current job. Maybe it has to do with a previous employment. But for some reason, I keep hearing that around that situation, when you caught somebody stealing, maybe they were stealing money, maybe they're stealing documents, maybe they were stealing, I don't know what else, but that situation, that circumstance will now come to a full closure, okay? It's coming to a full circle, that circumstance. Anything that is owed to you will be coming around. Anything that maybe people borrowed and never returned will be returning to you, even if it is in regards to money or a debt. So give me one moment. Some of you are going to put a lot of emphasis in finding new ways to earn your money. For some of you, a hobby that you have on the side, you may work on turning that into a profitable business. If you have children that still go to school or maybe grandchildren, the teacher or the principal may be giving you a call, they may be contacting you in some ways because there's going to be some important communication with the teacher of your children or with the teacher of your grandchildren. And this may be a little bit surprising for you in some ways, but anywhere where solution, collaboration, people coming together to have a child needs to happen, this is exactly what will take place. Pay attention to the children of your in your life, how much joy they give you, how much time or less time you need to spend among youngsters, among the younger generation, among children. Some of you are going to publish a children's book. Some other ones are going to be involved in studies that may involve children in some ways. If there is a trip that involves an itinerary, you need to pay attention to that itinerary because there's going to be changes in that itinerary. So do pay attention, particularly if you are somebody who's going to travel in the next 2 weeks. So do pay attention to the itinerary. The itineraries may be changing. You are about to launch big things. For some of you, I'm showing an airplane that takes off, and I am being to me is being indicated that some of you may be moving during this time, and for other ones, is going to be work related that is going to be required of you to travel, and it feels like is related to your destiny. If and where a travel needs to happen, no matter what your circumstance is. If you have financial blockages, legal blockages, immigration blockages that prevent you from traveling, whatever needs to happen will happen, because if not now, eventually you are meant to go on this travel. Okay, it is your karma and it is your destiny. You are going to open a big envelope. For some of you, you're going to open an envelope with some important results or with some important response. Whatever you are waiting for, that envelope will be coming in, unless it is an email that you are waiting for with big information, news. And for a lot of you, I keep getting the sense you're lifting the envelope and being quite relieved, having a sense of relief due to the materials that are being sent to you in this envelope. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Okay, allow me. I need a moment for a deep breath. So always Aquarius, also listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. There is this huge shift that is happening in you. There is this huge shift that is happening about the way how you think, the way how you interpret information, the way how you immediately are able to see and recognize if a person is telling you the truth or they lying, the way how you are able to understand immediately if a deal has great potential or it doesn't have any potential. There is this sense that your life is just about to get that much better. You're going to feel a little bit more enthusiastic about your life. There's going to be improvements with your health, improvements with a health condition. You are going to get things done one after the other, and you are going to be inclined to ask for help where you know that you need help, and where is it that you know that you can do it on your own, you're going to focus on working on your own. Some of you have been benefiting a great deal from meditation. Now you could be expanding more to the things that you know have been beneficial to you, like maybe meditation, or maybe yoga, or maybe Zumba, or maybe you benefit more through proper nutrition. You're going to be doing more of the things that you feel your body, your health, and your life is benefiting more. Some of you are going to be a little bit surprised by some kind of an offer. This could be a flirtation with somebody. Somebody may be approaching you and flirting with you. When this happens, you're going to feel a little bit shocked. It may show up completely out of nowhere as a surprise for you. Some of you have not dated in a long time, so that could be changing now. For some of you, it's going to change immediately in the next 2 weeks. For other ones, it could be changing a little bit later on, but certainly in the next 2 weeks, the energy around your dating, particularly if you haven't dated or been in a relationship for a long time, so your love life felt a little stale. Now that is changing. The energy around you is changing. You are coming out of some kind of a sense of isolation. You're going to feel like you want to reconnect with other people, reconnect with your friends, making new friends. Again, there is that sense that you are going to feel enthusiastic about life. If there is a circumstance around a credit card or a debt, whatever needs clarification, what if you need advice step by step what to do so you can resolve a specific situation that involves a debt or credit cards, this is what you are going to be focused on doing sometime in the next 2 weeks. You may be running on useful videos where they're going to teach you about credit cards and debt. You may be somebody at the bank may be teaching you this kind of stuff. A friend or an acquaintance may be intervening, or maybe they're going to tell you who to hire, who's going to help you to resolve these kind of matters. It may also be matters that involve taxes, late payments, IRS, could be in regards to a legal situation. So anywhere where you don't know step by step how to deal with this situation, someone will show up to show you the way, particularly, as I said, with credit cards, debt, and for some of you, may also be in regards to taxes or IRS. Hermes Vuz has a comment, apparently. Some of you, and could be, what's the point of a reading if nothing is concrete? This is not a private reading for you. There's a lot of you, and I'm doing my best. This is the nature of this kind of work. Nothing is written in stone. But apparently you seem to misunderstand the whole concept of a psychic work or spiritual work. Nobody is going to tell you you're going to meet this person with this name at this specific place and at this specific time. If this is your expectation, I'm sorry, but you don't belong here. Go follow somewhere else. And please do understand that it is a combination of your free will and what is written. Is that clear to you enough? Got that? And don't piss me off, all of you. I'm really pissed off right now. You have no idea the kind of comments that I get, even emails. Now, excuse me, allow me to redirect my energy so I can continue to do this properly. And try not to piss me off, all of you. Thank you to all of you who have always been patient with me. So allow me to say a little prayer. Again, my apologies. Thank you to all of you who have always been patient with me. A Holy Spirit of God. So Aquarius Sun, rising, and Moon. Don't continue the conversation, please. Leave now. This is my home. This is my channel. You are not welcome here. Leave now. You are disturbing me. And yes, I'm going to get defensive for stupid comments. So Aquarius Sun, rising, and Moon. You cannot put all of your hopes in one basket, or you cannot put everything into one project. You have to make sure that everything that you are going is properly distributed. You have to be very aware, or where is it that you have high hopes? And you have to be very aware where you are not putting enough hopes. If you are dealing with a career-related situation or with a job-related situation, The Akashic records are indicating to me that it will be better, it will get better, but at the same time, understand that it will not just happen like that. You are going to get a lot of credit. So give yourself a little bit more credit about making this particular circumstance better, because you have what it takes to turn the situation around. You have to use a lot of diplomacy in the next 2 weeks. You have to be a lot more diplomatic when you deal with your clients. You have to be a lot more diplomatic if you are dealing with your coworkers. If you are dealing with your husband or your wife, you have to use more of that diplomatic skill that for many of you Aquarians just happens to be very natural. If you could be working for a company that maybe you are not aware of, but this company is doing some kind of a deal with a different company. Over the course of the next 2 weeks or so, now there's going to be an announcement about what these two companies talked about it. And this could be something that is going to affect you and your coworkers. But no matter what happens, you are going to be left with a sense that, hey, I can turn lemons into lemonade. I can work with this. You know, I'm going to make this work for me. For you, for some of you, the sense of family is expanding, not necessarily your biological family, but you are going to run more and more into people with whom you're going to find that you have a lot more things in common. And in some way, they're going to feel like your extended family. Make sure that you are not passive in the next 2 weeks. Anything that you have been procrastinating, okay, find more practical ways so you can fight this procrastination. If it is more useful to you to have a calendar, to put things in your calendar, or to make a list of things and you check them as you do them, if that's more useful to you, then this is exactly what you need to do. It's not the right time for you in the next 2 weeks to procrastinate and not to take action. If you need to file for anything, start taking action. If you need to begin a business, start a website, start to work towards that. If you feel that you need to take better care of your body and maybe you want to start a diet, okay, start to take action towards that, particularly action into anything that may be improving your body, anything that maybe is going to help you to develop healthier habits, how you take care of your body, how's your nutrition, anywhere where your body, when you can help your body to purge. Okay, maybe detoxing your skin. So focus on anything. If meditation it helps you to purge those negative thoughts, then maybe do more of that. But do focus on anything that will help you to purge or detox negative thoughts and any toxins from your body. So basically, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have plenty of chances to turn lemons into lemonade. Take proper advantage of anybody that may be coming to you with an idea, anybody that may be coming to you with a proposition of some sort. Anywhere where people are offering to help you or to listen to you, do take that in consideration. Take advantage of that. How you view yourself, how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your work, how you do your work, how you handle things in the family or in your marriage. All of that will change in a much more positive way, but you got to accept help anywhere where help is being offered to you. So for many of you, it feels like there's a healing that is associated to procrastination that needs to happen in some level. For some of you, you may be able to address each and every layer of this procrastination. For other ones, you got this is a process that needs to happen over time. Nevertheless, it's the beginning of healing feelings of procrastination, hesitation, child abuse for some of you. Maybe you are abusing your body in some way. I understand that clearly that won't apply to everybody. Or even how emotionally you abuse your self, and how all of this relate to you attracting money easier in your life, because each and every layer of these issues in some ways is affecting how easily you attract money in your life. What is your relationship with money? So some of you are going to also find some kind of solution. You may be hiring a professional to address some money related issue. So don't underestimate the power that you have to heal yourself, but at the same time, be open to accepting help where help is necessarily, and be open to understand that sometimes you need to hire a professional to help you with specific things. It doesn't matter what kind of professional you need to hire. So understand where you can do it all on your own, and understand where extra help is required by you hiring some kind of a professional. Okay, I hope that this makes sense to you, Aquarius. So now Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. You Pisces need to have a better understanding of your life, because your life is wonderful if you allow it to be. Very often you have been overlooked. Maybe you have been overlooked in your family, when you always feel that you're not the first one in the family, or you're not getting enough attention, or maybe that's how you felt when you were growing up. There have been circumstances in your career or in your work when you felt that your work was overlooked, your skill or your talent. Now, because even when you get a promotion and you move forward in your career, you are still left with a certain sense that something is not right, or something is empty, or a certain sense that yes, I'm being promoted, but I still don't feel valued. So you are going to see the situation now 360 degrees. In your heart, in your soul, you have been going through this cycle of spiritual growth and maturation. And more now, you are connecting to people from your heart. Because what was happening is, because of fear, because to circumstances that have happened in your life, you were a little bit afraid to get too close to people, whether this was in a relationship, in the family, or with coworkers in the workplace. So therefore, because you weren't able to connect with people heart to heart, maybe that led to people misunderstanding you and you misunderstanding other people. So this time around, you are more prone to open your heart and to connect heart to heart, because deep down, this is what you desire. You like people. You like to be around people. And now that this healing is happening in this dimension, now you are going to start to see the real results in relationships, in communications, and how you build communications with other people. And thus, you're going to feel more productive. Do not underestimate your own power, Pisces. For many of you, you are going to be praised in a situation. This could be your boss coming up to praise you. This could be that you could be rewarded for some of the work that you did in the past. You are surely going to impress a lot of people, Pisces. Some of you are very close, very, very close to a position of CEO or whatever position corresponds to that title. So being in charge, it feels like you are either getting ready to apply, to ask for a CEO position, and you are also going to be facing a situation where somebody is stepping down from their position, and This may be opening up career prospects for you. Maybe you could be benefiting from somebody leaving the workplace or stepping down from their duties and responsibilities. You need to find some time to reflect. You need to find some time to simply be on your own with your thoughts. So, where is possible for you to kind of be on your own, have some time to yourself, give yourself the gift on being by your own for some time, just so that you can rest, or maybe just to be with your thoughts. Your patience will now start to reward you, and this will make sense to you, to those of you who have been patient, very patient, okay, about something. Now all of that patience will start to reward you. So that's all I have for you, Pisces. Thank you. And somebody says, this woman seems to be pretending to know what she's talking about. And who are you? The pretending, I don't know, the international pretending agency? How do you know my work? You don't know me. Okay, so before you speak, get a personal reading and then you decide whether I'm lying or not. Okay, and if you don't understand spiritual work or psychic work, I'm not here to change anybody's mind. You are here clearly because you like to mess around with people. And I'm not here to change anybody's mind. You either believe it or you don't believe it. I don't care. I have nothing to gain whether you believe or not. This is your issue that you are clearly typing about it and you are letting everybody know about your skepticism and your mind. I don't care. Okay, as I said, I don't care. It's your issue. You go resolve it somewhere else. If you like to resolve it, you can talk to other professionals, okay, or a psychologist or a social worker. Okay, I'm not going to give you those answers. You got to figure it out for yourself. Again, people like you are here for a reason. Okay, that's why you follow around psychics or tarot readers or whoever. Okay, so get your own healing. Nobody's going to heal you. Okay? I don't know what this person is talking about, who went to school or who didn't go to school, but I did go to school. I don't know what this person is talking about. So clearly you need help that I can provide you. You go resolve your own issues. And I give you enough of my time and attention. Okay? Even though you are giving me a lot of hate. Again, I'm giving you a lot of time and attention. And isn't that insulting when you ask somebody if they are a Jew or not? That's very racial. Very, very racist. Everybody, please be careful whether you are communicating with me or with other people. And no, to answer to your questions, no, I'm not. But I do have a lot of people who are Jewish and they are wonderful. Okay, so do you belong to Ku Klux Klan? Would you be offended if I did ask you that? So let's address to all of the rumors and all of the stupid people online right now. Yes, I do recognize your stupidness. Just like you recognize my ability. That's why you are here to attack me, because you know my ability. So stop brushing off my ego. Oh, scary. Okay, that's all we have for today. You can fight among you. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I had time. I dedicated to you some free time. You can leave it. You can take it. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. And again, there's a lot of hate in this world. There's a lot of cowards in this world that are going to be online cursing or making racist comments to me or to other people. Let's honor them all for a moment, because I never addressed this before. Okay, apparently somebody has problems with people being Jewish. Unbelievable to this day and age. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to block these comments later on. This is not appropriate for this spiritual space that I have created in this channel for me and you, because it is negative energy and we don't need this kind of energy right here, right now. I am not proud of my reaction. And unfortunately, I am a person just like everybody else with emotions, and it's very hard sometimes to deal with these kind of people. Again, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to delete these comments later, because I'm trying to keep this space spiritually pure for me and you. Thank you to all of you who are my returning subscribers or to new subscribers. If you like to know more, for those of you who are interested, if you notice the links down here below, they're going to take you to the Vimeo videos for those of you who are interested for download and purchase. Thank you so much. I will connect with you again, and I need to say the closing prayer before I close this live streaming. I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view, and I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Closed. Amen. Thank you again so very much. I will connect with you soon. Bye bye.